Hey, Jason, we know that players are creatures of routine. You have a routine from when you wake up to when you normally practice to when you shoot around before games and even how long you shoot around before games. All that's been thrown off here. How hard has that been on you, and how disruptive is that to your game?
Um, it's an adjustment. I mean, everybody's in the same boat. We all have to adjust to something we're not used to. So, not really looking to make excuses or what a normal game day routine would look like. Normally, I would see Deuce, or I would pick him up from school or daycare. So, I would much rather be doing that. But besides that, I'm cool.
Question in person for Tanya.
Speaking of Deuce, I was wondering how many books you brought to read to him, and did he have a hand in picking which books he brought?
I think like his mom actually sent the books to me down here. So she just picked some that are his favorite. So he was excited to see that his dad had a book that he had, so that we could keep his nightly routine going.
Do you know off the top of your head what the other four are?
Off the top of my head, Brown Bear. One of the books is called like Daddy Loves You, and then it's one book called Bible Stories. Can't think of the other two, but those are three of them.
All right. Question in person for Gary Washburn.
Jason, what did you decide to wear in the back of your jersey and why?
I chose Black Lives Matter. Obviously, we didn't get to choose from, our own thoughts and, things like that. So just went down the list of all the things, and could have been a number of things that, on that list I would have chosen. I know if I could have chosen my own, I would have chosen the name Michael Brown from the Ferguson incident in 2014. That's something that's very close to me, being from St. Louis. Actually remembering vividly during that time, I was in high school and it was all that was going on, 10 minutes away from where I live. So if I could have chosen that, I would have put that name on my jersey.
Jason, you were 16, and what do you remember about that?
I remember, obviously I remember all the protests, the riots at nighttime. I remember seeing tanks, the National Guard brought in tanks being driven down the highway. And I think, honestly, that might have been the first time I ever seen a tank in real life in St. Louis. It was crazy to see that. And it kind of was like, eye-opening to myself, because obviously, unfortunately, when things like this happen, a lot of times it's in another city or another state. So it's like you feel connected in a way being a Black man. But when it happened in St. Louis, I've been in that neighborhood. I knew who he was. He was only 2 years older than me. It happened 10 minutes away. It really hit me like, man, like it can't happen to anybody. That could have been me. I'm not too far removed. It's not another state. It was 10 minutes away. So that really was like, I had so many array of emotions at that time. It was just really unfortunate.
Kevin Walsh.
Hi, Jason. You got a good feeling about this restart and about how deep you guys can take a run? How confident are you feeling?
I'm very confident. I don't think anybody should not be confident. I believe in myself. I believe in this team. We got a great group of guys. Everybody's healthy now. That's something that you have to struggle with during the season, but everybody's healthy now. And it's kind of like a fresh start. Everybody's in the same boat. We all went through the same things during the pandemic, and we all in this bubble together. So I feel like everybody kind of more or less kind of starting from ground zero. So I feel like anybody can have a chance. Why not be us?
Question in person, Kyle Goon.
Hey, Jason. You know, you expressed so vividly about remembering Michael Brown. At that time, were you kind of cognizant of some of the NBA players who kind of spoke out against that kind of thing, and what kind of influence has that generation of guys who spoke out have on how you want to conduct yourself and speak out?
Yeah, it meant a lot. Just people that I looked up to. I remember so many people actually came to St. Louis. That happened in August, I believe. It was right around when school was about to start. I remember so many entertainers and activists and rappers came to St. Louis and protest and walk, with the people. And that meant so much to me, just being from St. Louis, just to have that kind of support, from the outside world. Because St. Louis is a small city, don't get a lot of attention. So to see that really made me, think that at the time, if I ever was in a situation where I had that type of influence and type of platform on how I would use it, not wanting to have to be in the same situation that 6 or 7 years later, but just knowing that I have a voice, I have a platform, a following, that people will listen to.
Gary Washburn.
Listen, okay. How long did it take you to decide to have a personalized mask? And what was the process of because that was quick, man. Like, what went through the process of having your own mask?
My mom made this. Anything online that got her baby face on it or name, number, she orders it in bundles. So she packed my bag to come down here, and she threw a couple of these in there. So it's all from my mom.
So does everybody at home have one too? Like all your family?
My grandma, my mom, my stepfather. Dudes don't like to wear masks. He wear the hat with the shield on it. He's not gonna put a mask on.
Yeah, it's not for him. So is that a way to? I mean, that seems like a fun thing. I mean, to try to make something that's, you have to do kind of, you push your brand.
Yeah. It's kind of obviously safety first. Everybody got to wear a mask, but you can still be stylish a little bit. Support yourself, or you can have a message on there. I've seen a bunch of different masks. I put a lot of different ideas on the mask, make it cool.
All right, we'll wrap it up right there. Thanks, Jason.